Welcome back to Keep It Sharp. Just did a video on some setups on the Treyco. I promised to do another video, so I'm doing it right after, about some issues I've had with large A5 style clipper blades. Okay, this happens to be one I couldn't get sharpened right, kicked my butt. I'm going to show you what the back is, what I ended up with. And we're going to play around and see if we can make this right again. It may be too far gone. Let's give this a shot. But it's going to be showing kind of the process on the sharpener. And we'll see what happens from there. Let me flip this around and show you where we're at on the blade. And what I'm going to try for now. Stand by. Okay, so here we are. See? You can see where the heel or the back of the comb was hitting. There's a big telltale. But yet my rail still seems to be halfway decent. The front's decent. So that's why I was wondering if this could be fixed. This might have been my issue. And this is the one where I think I kept going back and forth with. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to put some black Sharpie here. Stand by. Okay. So I did that so I can see if that heel is still scraping. So let's put this on the Treyco 3000 and give it a shot here. And I may not go through putting it together and testing it at this time. We'll just tell you whether it worked or didn't work. Maybe do a rub pattern, but let's go forward here. Okay, here we are. Disc is already charged. Left that on there, stand by. We're gonna, well, yeah, I already told you what we're gonna do. So, I don't have my remote mic, so it might be a little problem here. Where did I put the blade? Here we go. So here's our number 30 large/wide A5 blade. So we're gonna put it back in here, right where it should be. We're just gonna be doing the comb here. Well, you know what? We're gonna do the cutter too, because that was off slightly too. So let's do this right. Okay, remember that was a 30, and I don't know, I'm sure all of you know this. Ooh, but you see on the back of there, it says, so I noticed some of these cutters are meant, so it says 10, 15, and 30. Just throwing that out there. We set this on here, just like with the small blades. Right now, I'm experimenting with a higher speed and some different grits. We're not going to go into that on here. So, but you're going to see it's going to throw more sparks and to be a little different. And that's just my deal. So, here we go. We're going to do it. It takes, I don't know if I'll run it the whole time. I don't know if you need to see that. We'll give you the start and the finish. Stand by. Remember, set this down quite carefully. There we go. Set my timer. We're giving it a shot. We're going to find out. Here we go. We're finished. Set them up. Reset my timer. Turn off my machine. Whoops. And my arms. There we go. We got a little bit of sharpening action in here. Like I said, what prompted this experimenting was the issues I was having here and there, and I'm trying everything. So this may not have been necessary. That's why I said I didn't want to go into it too much, but I don't want to be vague either. So if you're a newer sharpener, don't worry. Stay on the lower speed until you're ready to want to speed things up a little. And I'll try to do some more videos on this, because the other thing I'm trying, see, I'm getting off target, but the other thing I'm trying to do is get more blades on one plate, because it's 300 to 500, which I think is way too few on this. So results of that will come. But there we go. I don't know if one sharpening is going to fix this, so we're going to go test it. And If it doesn't, I'm going to sharpen it a second time. I'll let you see some of this, but I don't want to bore you. Okay, I'm going to come back on, though, and show you this. Look, the back of the heel did still get some grinding, so a little bit nervous about this. This may be too far gone, but let's give it a shot. Like I said, at least you can see some of this is a screw, definitely a screw up, and what I'm doing to kind of, make sure I don't do it again. Gonna put it together now, test it, maybe do another sharpening. Like I said, because of that heel problem, this may be a goner. So, but at least you see some of the shit I do. Hey, I thought I'd throw this in too, especially since the Clipper Cradle people saw me doing a video on theirs, and I told them you'll see it more. This is the innovation of the year for 2024. I'd even give it 2025. This thing's just too cool. Works so good. So like everyone does, we're going to give this... I didn't mean to make this put it back together video, but I do tighten them slightly. Set your string in there. Anyone that doesn't have one of these, you got to go to Bonica Shears. Bonnie there, she stocks them. I think she's a little cheaper than Edge Pro, but Edge Pro has them as well. The manufacturer is soon going to have a website up, and then maybe I can tell you where, or give you that info too. But it just works great, Put your, I stole this little idea from Bonnie. Put your oil in the thing, use a little paintbrush. Works great. See, you just set that sucker in there. Give yourself a little lube on that. Throw this on. Everything lines up perfect. You just drop your screws in here one at a time. Time to screw it in. You just make them, you know how it is, slightly snug, and you can do your setback at that point. A lot of times, this sucker's very close. It kind of almost lines that up for you too. Just wanted to throw that in here. I guess we're going into some stuff here too, but so let's put back together. Once again, I use a trigger pull because I like when you pull to get your 3 pounds or whatever, and it lets loose, it saves, so you can say, aha, I got, that's saying 2 pounds, but you know the deal. But what other thing I wanted to throw in here was, what I'm finding with the wide blades is you got to go around 4 pounds of spring tension. So there's another issue I think that's creeping up for some of us. We're used to the 3 pounds, 2 3/4 to 3 1/4. I sometimes let it slide to 3 1/2, but with these, I want to be 4 to 4 1/2. And it's working much better too. So once again, I was chasing my tail a little, but I did do some research online, and it did say these should be set a little higher. So that's where that came from. I just wanted to throw that in here, and now I'm going to set the blade tension on this. Okay, I messed. I couldn't get it below 5 pounds. Suddenly, it's like 3 3/4. So I'm gonna try that. Like I said, I don't have much hope for this first time because I screwed up previously, and I got myself bleeding too. So it's not clicking on right. Let's see what we got going on here. Hold on, sorry guys. Okay, maybe a little loud, but check this out. I'm cutting. The one time with the machine set right, even though I had that little bit on the heel, I'm cutting fantastic. So, guys, you got to see my screw up and my repair. I don't know if this is the solution because you can't say with one blade. But hey, I can take this blade back. I'm going to have to apologize. Tell them what the issue was. Tell them it was an adjustment on my machine that fixed it. And I'm going to tell them, hey, when this goes dull next time, I'm going to replace the blade for free because I feel like I ruined it or I took a ton of life off it. So this could be one of the issues out there with the large blades. I need to get another set, like someone like these folks. They gave me like 10. And they, that's how I do it. If I see 10 or a bunch come out look really good, then I feel that I have found the problem and fixed the problem. So there's where we were. Holy cow. So I got to show my first, essentially not my first, but one of the screw-ups or problems I've had and the repair for it. We need to get more Treyco videos out here too. I still believe this is a really good machine. The whole idea of something else holding it, the same way every time, it gives us consistency. When you have consistency in sharpening, you take less metal off. When you take less metal off, things last longer, customers are happier. That's what I'm shooting for. I don't worry about the money. I try to take care of my customers really good and give them the best service I can, and then the money takes care of itself. But just another thing I'm throwing out there. Have a great day. We'll keep doing these things. Thank you. Hey, I thought I better jump back on here and kind of recap to make sure I didn't confuse anyone. But we essentially went over the fact that I have issues with the A5 large blades, had issues with the blade in the video here, not sharpening, did a readjustment on the machine, so I adjusted the levelness of the arms and the center line of the holders, and with one sharpening, it fixed the issue with that blade. So I think I have found a solution to my problems there. We're going to do more blades to be 100% sure, and I'll try to throw this in another video. Great. Have a day. Have a great day. Jesus.